MMA fight predictions in the building. I am back. It's been a 1 week hiatus actually from even posting content, but yeah, I'm back. I will be talking about Kai France versus Amir Albazi. This is their breakdown. The main event. I'm actually super happy we'll finally get to see a flyweight main event. I think the last time we've seen a flyweight fight night main event, I think it might have been Demetrius Johnson versus Wilson Reyes. I think that was the last one. I think that was the last one, and that had to be like at least 4 or 5 years ago, at least, right? So I'm actually really happy we're seeing stuff like this again. Manal Cop, give him a main event. Punk ass Brandon Royval, give him a main event. I'd rather see stuff like this than female. I don't know, whatever. I'll keep that opinion to myself. But my main point is give these guys an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? To be great. And I love the fight. Obviously, Kai France is awesome, and then Amir Albazi, he's awesome. I think I'm actually really high on him. I think this fight, it's obviously, saying simple story, right? You have a guy that's fought for a world title, interim title, in Kai France that's defending his spot in the rankings. And obviously you have a young up and coming talent in Amir Albazi, trying to become, a contender, and break into that top 5. So obviously we've seen that over and over and over again. But what I love about this matchup though, is I feel like we haven't seen Amir fight legitimate competition, and we just can't rank him. But after this fight, we can really tell where he's at and see if he's legit. If he beats Kai France, he's a legit guy. I think the talent is there. Like, we say what Khamzat Chimaev, or I'm trying to think of someone else. Or Khamzat, right? Or Shavkat, right? They beat these lower level guys in dominant fashion and look so good, but it's kind of hard to tell where they're at. And then when they fight a Jeff Neal, right, we like, okay, that guy is legit. And when Khamzat fought a Gilbert Burns, even though it was a close fight, we're like, okay, he's legit, right? I love the matchup. And I think what I love about it is we're going to see where Amir Albazi is at in his career. And I think I think he's legit. I really do. I'm high on him, and I guess keep the cat at the bag. I'm picking him to win this fight. I thought his last fight was probably his best performance in the UFC. I think, he was missing the KO finish in the UFC. And his fight against, Costa, I'll just say Costa. He just showcased everything he had: his striking, his wrestling, his boxing. I think his boxing is actually super underrated. I think he doesn't get enough credit. And the shovel uppercut he landed in that fight was fucking beautiful. And the takedowns and the control, he made it easy and just showcased what he has in the bag, man. The guy can take you down. He can outbox you. He can hurt you on the feet. He can do a lot to you. He possesses a lot of weapons in there. I would say probably his kicking game isn't the best, but the guy can box, and the guy has good wrestling. But besides that, I mean, obviously the Francisco Figueiredo fight, he showed a lot of good grappling there. Just kind of beat him up a little bit, and then submitted him with ease. The Zaga Zumagulov fight, that's probably his most impressive win, I would say, in terms of his resume. A guy who's probably the closest to the rankings at all these guys would probably be Zaglas, and he beat him. And then obviously the Malcolm Gordon fight. Malcolm Gordon's an interesting guy, man. He's won fights in the UFC. He's won 2 fights, which respect him, but has a horrible chin. But he gave Muhammad Makayev some problems, so I don't know. But Amir, he took him out with ease. So yeah, Amir's looked good throughout his whole entire career, and obviously Kai France, I mean, his resume speaks for itself. I mean, wins over Askar Askarov, Cody Garbrandt, Rogério Montero. He's fought a lot of good guys. He's lost to Brandon Moreno twice, and he's obviously lost to Brandon Royval. So he's competed against the best of the best. Obviously, New Zealand cat, city kickboxing guy. But I like Kai. Kai is a good fighter, I think. Good striking. I did pick him to beat Brandon Moreno, and he kind of disappointed me. I thought he was doing good. I really did. And he was hurting Brandon with that ground and pound, and he cut him, and then he gets hit with a picture perfect body kick, and he gets finished. And I thought he was doing really good. The first fight he had with Brandon, I felt like Brandon kind of just overwhelmed him with pressure, but even in that fight, I thought he did phenomenal in that first round. He kind of does gas a little bit. He's shown in his career, but I think he's kind of fixed that. I think he's still probably one of the better strikers in the division, even though I actually think skill for skill, he's a better striker than Moreno. I do still believe that. I think just Moreno's tougher than him and hits harder than him, but on a technical level, when I look at the technique, I actually think he's a better striker. I think Moreno's more boxing orientated, but hey, he landed the kick, and Kai is supposed to be the kicker, out of the two. So, hey, respect. But yeah, resume wise, I think Kai has proven to be legitimate top 5. I mean, the Askar Askarov win is so underrated. Askar, unfairly, he went to a draw with Brandon Moreno. He has a win over Pantoja. So Askar Askarov is legit. Even Kai's fought Pantoja on tough, and obviously Pantoja won, but still, my point is, Kai's legit. He's a legit top 5 guy. He's proven that. And for him to beat Asher the way he did, who is a legitimate grappler, who's a good grappler, overwhelming him with strikes and just breaking him in the later rounds, and third and second round was impressive. So it's going to be a tough fight for Amir. But obviously, I didn't even talk about the tail of tape. I think, right? I don't even think I said anything, but let's talk about that. Kai, he comes to a record of 24-10, is obviously fighting out of New Zealand, aged 30 years old, a height of 5'4", and reaches 66.5. Amir, a record of 16-1, impressive record right there, is fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada. He's from Iraq, though, aged 29, so he's a year younger, a height of 5'5", so he's an inch taller than Kai, and a reach of 68, so he has a 2-inch reach advantage. So yeah, that's actually really interesting. Yeah, so even with this fight, Kai's gonna have to kind of go forward a little bit. He can't kind of like what I liked what he was doing in the Moreno fight was, if you watched it, he in the second one, he did some good stuff. He was waiting and countering, and I think he was a little, I don't know, Moreno might have the reach advantage, but I liked how he was doing that. He was just kind of like circling attack, right? If you noticed, and he would land some shots, but I think Moreno has longer arms than him. I'm not sure, but Kai, I think Kai can't do that against Amir, because Amir's going to be coming forward, and if Amir's backing him up, he's going to back him against the cage, and he can get takedowns that way. So that's something to look towards. But I just think, do I think Kai can go out there and knock out Amir? Yeah. Do I think he can do a Strickland "you're not him" performance when Strickland fought Nasruddin Amaev, "you're not that guy" performance? I think we could see someone like that. I wouldn't be surprised. But the point is, I think Amir is that guy. I think Amir is him. And I got Amir Albazi by decision, and I could see late round TKO, maybe via ground and pound or submission. But I'm going to take Amir by decision. I think Amir Albazi is him. I really do. I really, really do. Kai is a good fighter, but I think Amir, he's so underrated. He's so good at the little things. That's what I like about him. He's so good at the little things. His technical abilities. I like how he passes the guard. I like how he moves his head and looking for counter shots that slip uppercuts. It's beautiful. His feints. I think he's just good. He's good at the basics. You know what I'm saying? And I think he beats Kai. So I'm picking Amir to beat Kai by decision. That's my official pick. But I could see him getting the finish. Don't get it twisted. Kai can win this fight. I think Kai is actually kind of getting a little disrespected here by some people, but Kai might expose him. But I'm gonna go with my gut, and I think Amir is him. I do. So I'm rocking with Amir by decision. Full card predictions will come out later. I'm a little sick. I think you guys can tell. My nose is a little clogged up. I even called out for work. I was like, I can't even go to work. Like, act naturally. And they were like, I hit them up. I was like, hey, I'm calling off. I was like, oh, another Saturday. You're calling off, huh? And oh, my bad. eBay. You guys almost heard my real name. eBay. But you're called off, huh? And I was like, yeah, I am. and but I was like, I'm actually really, really sick, y'all. So yeah, it is what it is. But hope you guys enjoyed the video though. Love y'all. Goodbye. Go follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter. Like, comment, share the video. I haven't done this so long. I forgot how to actually kind of do this. I almost forgot I'm supposed to do an intro, outro. Man, we're back, baby. 1 week off, man. We're back.